All right, let's start by looking at some terms. Bilingual. In CCSD's DLI program, half the students come from Spanish-speaking homes and half come from English-speaking homes, and their academic day is split. Half their subjects are in English, half are in Spanish. Math instruction happens in Spanish, testing happens in English, and it is a language-rich curriculum. So it's really, really important that these students understand the concepts. When I say arts-based, the DLI teachers do their cohort planning with English teachers, but then they translate everything, standards, lesson plans, everything gets translated into Spanish, and that's where I come in as a research assistant. I help them, and then they reach out to me when there's a particularly tricky thing that's going on and the kids are having trouble, and we co-create and co-teach arts-based lessons. My research this year has been in co-creating extended learning time lessons for students who need extra support in both Spanish and math. And we integrate visual art standards and math standards in Spanish for these math lessons. The other thing we have there is STEM. The students need to learn science and math vocabulary, but we really, really want them to be talking about science and math. We want them to be using their target language, in this case Spanish, and we want them to be dialoguing about math concepts. Another important goal is equity and students accessing their own funds of knowledge. So integrating the arts redistributes classroom expertise, connects to culture and identity, and infuses joy into the classroom as the kids are learning. So experience points to the methodology that I'm using. It's a phenomenological project. I ask open-ended questions in English and Spanish, and the kids can respond to me. To their teacher, they have to respond in Spanish, but to me, they can answer in English, Spanish, or Spanglish. And you can see some of the responses that the kids have made. The questions are things like, how did this activity help the students learn symmetry? Or how did you think about yourself when you were learning about equivalent fractions using arts-based standards and math standards? Consistently, the students and teachers in this study describe themselves as in between languages, cultures, expectations. Arts-based STEM lessons provide a chance for educators to affirm these in-between identities in bilingual classrooms, in between English and Spanish, in between sewing and engineering, in between art and math. The students learn and relearn challenging grade-level content in a non-stigmatizing, creative way. The arts integrated extended learning time classroom experience is one where kids and teachers are talking about math, grandmas, fractions, and sewing in Spanish. It's a space of connection to language, culture, the material world, and each other. Thank you.